Howdy people, welcome back to another episode of the Killie Cannon. Since we last spoke, we've obviously had the North London Derby and it was underwhelming and pretty shit for all of us. Before that we thought we were on the road to recovery, doing the usual Arsenal thing of ending the season well and nipping in for a top 4 spot, but it's not looking good. The North London Derby showed up our weaknesses in a brutal fashion. It was very, very different to the match against City in the FA Cup semi-final. Our opponent, obviously, in the North London Derby was stronger than City, although we are all loath to admit it. It's true, Tottenham have year on year shown growth, and that's all within a very modest wage cap. And City, obviously, they've got some superstars, obviously, that can really hurt you, but all in all, they've played fractiously this season, and they're not as dynamic as Spurs, and it hurts to say it, but we played well against City, but even if we'd played exactly the same against Tottenham, we still would have lost, because Tottenham, they were all over us. There was no shortage of enthusiasm and effort this time, at least from us. We gave it our all, we sweated, we were all over the pitch. It was good to see us put in a lot of effort, but our action in the final third was abysmal, and Tottenham put us to the sword and showed us up. Tottenham played how we used to play. They always looked dangerous, and even though we put in 100% effort the whole time, it didn't matter, and that hurts to say, because they were better than us. And for the first season in a while, you've got to say that they fully deserve to finish above us. Last season, it was hilarious what happened to them. I was there on the last day of the season, and when we all heard it filtering through that they were getting thumped by already relegated Newcastle, it was great, it was hilarious. They did deserve to finish above us, but they didn't. This season, I think that was their 9th win in a row. They've just been better than us, not just in that game, but throughout the whole season. Let's just hope they don't win the title, because we'll never hear the end of it. I feel dirty for saying it, and yes, I am dirty because I've been painting all day, but literally and figuratively, I feel dirty for saying that I want Chelsea to win the title. But it's the best of a bad bunch. Chelsea have already won the title a few times. They're already ahead of us in Premier League titles. If Tottenham did win the league, they'd be the first since 1961, since black and white days, and they would never let us hear the end of it. And it's bad enough them finishing above us, but for them to win the title as well, that would be a very, very, very painful time for us. Although it's very painful now. Hopefully things will change, but let's all be honest, I think it's still very likely that Wenger's going to stay for another couple of years. If he does stay, he needs to break the bank, because there's a few positions in our team now. At the start of the season we thought we were going to be okay, strong squad, but there's a few positions now where you think you're not good enough. In future episodes, I'm guessing in the summer, we'll discuss that, but in the meantime we've got Man United to play on Sunday, and Man United have not been beaten for a very long time. Yeah, there's a lot of draws in there, but bearing in mind how many injuries they've got and the weaknesses in their squad, they're incredibly difficult to beat, and we already have a tough time beating them. So I'm not hopeful at all, and if we do fail to pick up maximum points against Man United, then the top 4 pretty much is out of our touch. It's so depressing. In terms of this week's rant, I'm going to talk about the fucking melons that are talking about a power shift in North London. Yes, Tottenham have and will finish above us this season and have been better than us, but think about the prior 21 and a half seasons, nearly 22 seasons of us finishing above them. That's over 2 decades of us finishing above them. And after one season, you want to write all that off and say that Tottenham are now the biggest club. Don't talk bollocks. That's utter horseshit. You can't erase years and years of dominance with one season. If that was the case, then Man United still wouldn't be the biggest club in England. If that was the case, then after Chelsea finished 10th last season, that they wouldn't be among one of the biggest sides in England. If that was the case, Man City, Liverpool wouldn't have the history and legacy that they have. It's fucking bollocks to talk about a power shift. We're having a very bad season. Let's see if Tottenham can do it 4, 5, 6 seasons in a row. Then you've got to say, all right, they've overtaken us in terms of power and size. But next season they're playing at Wembley. We all know they're fucking awful at Wembley. They've got a wage cap which they need to really change if they want to compete with the big boys. Because 100k a week maximum for some of the players they've got, they know they can earn double that at other clubs. Dele Alli, Harry Kane, Walker, Rose, Hugo Lloris, Alderweireld. They're all brilliant players who, if they took up on any of the offers that they're inevitably going to get, then they'll double their wage packet instantly. So they've got a lot of work to do, and they've got a mountain of debt to contend with, because they are working the workmen at the new stadium. They're all on overtime, massive overtime, to get the stadium finished. That means their budget is going to come spiralling up, and it also means that their costs are going to go up. So that, as well as their wage bill, they've got a lot of work to do. So let's see if they can contend with that first, and then we can talk about a power shift. Let's see if they can finish above us 4, 5, 6 seasons in a row. Until then, shut your fucking mouth, okay? Enjoy the spoils of finishing above us. Enjoy contending for the title. It's a great feeling. We've had it many seasons. Enjoy it while you've got it, because next season you're probably not going to have it, and we hopefully will be back. Who fucking knows with Wenger in charge? I don't know. Fingers crossed for a positive result against United. I'm going to finish painting my house. I thought I'd have a little break to speak to you all. Drop me your comments, let me know what you think. I'm more than happy to talk football, as long as it's not too depressing, fingers crossed. And ultimately, thank you for watching. It's great just to see even 2, 3 people watching it. Thank you, and I'll see you next week probably. And word to your respective guardians.